personality, Dr. Manisha Singhai ma'am. Dr. Manisha Singhai ma'am has over 20 years of teaching experience and more than 26 years of research experience. She has attended several international and national conferences, seminars, research methodology workshops, case writing workshops, and faculty development programs. She has also presented number of papers in national and international conferences and has more than 110 publications to her credit, which includes research papers, case studies, book reviews, status papers, psychological test material, monograph, edited books, and journals. Her research papers have been published in several reputed national and international journals, including ABDC, Scopus, Web of Science. She has developed a number of case studies. Some of her cases has also been published by European Case Clearinghouse and PIMR Case Monograph Series. She has developed a psychological test titled Type A-B Behavioral Pattern Scale. She has edited 3 books and has also won patent on her name. She has conducted various training programs on development of subordinates, motivation, personal management, work life balance, mental health, and stress management. She has also conducted many research methodology workshops on topic selection, sampling, plagiarism, factor analysis, and other statistical tools. She has conducted more than 35 sessions on e-teaching tools for school teachers, businessmen, and housewives and trained more than 500 participants. She was also associated editor and managing editor of Prestige e-Journal of Management and Research. She is associate editor of Prestige International Journal of Management and Research. She has also been appointed member of editorial board of various reputed international e-journals. She has handled various administrative as well as academic tasks. She is also appointed as recognized PhD supervisor by DAVV Indore and ITM University Raipur. She is life member of Indian Society for Training and Development, New Delhi. She was elected as a vice chairman of ISTD Indore chapter for the session 2011-12 and chairperson for the session 2012 and 13. She has been conferred with the various awards like Best Researcher Award, Best Teacher Award, and many more. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Singhai ma'am to share her knowledge on the topic how to increase citations. Over to you, ma'am. I humbly invite you, ma'am.
Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. I'm really humbled with such an elaborate introduction. So I welcome all the participants on the last day of this workshop. And on this day, we are going to talk about few things about increasing citations. So first I will share my screen and then we will start discussion on this. Just a minute. Priyanka ma'am, I hope my PPT is visible to everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
It is the first slide now.
Pardon me?
It is the first slide.
Yes, it is the first slide. Okay, thank you. So as you can see here, this is the topic of today's discussion. It is how to increase citations. So before we move to the topic, we need to understand certain basic things about citations. So first we will talk about what is citation. I hope my slide got changed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So actually we use this term in when we are using other researchers' research in our research work. So we use this term. So when, say for example, I'm working on the topic of personality. So before I need to explain my research, what I need to do, I need to understand that what other researchers have done in this particular field. So in my review of literature, I will quote the researches of other researchers. And this quotation of other researchers' work is will be quoted through citation. It means that whenever I am using anybody else's findings, I need to mention in my research paper that this is the research which is done by any specific author in this year, and according to that author, these are the findings on his or her topic. So when we are quoting other researchers' work, we are citing their work. So in citation, we need to give different information about that work, which will include the name of author, the title of the paper, and the publication information in which that work has been published. So in that, we will give the year of publication, we will give the place of publication, we will give details about publisher, and then ISSN number when we are referring journal, ISBN number when we are referring book, and when we are using any online resource, then we need to give digital object identifier, that is DOI. And at the same time, we need to mention the page numbers also where that work was published. So if you have done some research work earlier, so you will be aware about this part, that we need to give that information when we are using other researches in our research, when we are mentioning those details. There are different types of citations which we need to give in a research paper. One is in-text citation. So in the main body of research paper, when we are quoting any other research in the review of literature or in the discussion part, so when we are using it in the paper, it is called in-text citation, right? So that example I will give you in the next slide, that what is in text citation. Then for every citation which is we are giving in the research paper, we need to give reference at the end of the paper. So in the reference, we need to give a full detail of the source. Like in the previous slide, we have seen that we need to give name of the author, we need to give title of the paper, and we need to give publication information. Work cited, we can give the list of all the citations which we have used in the paper. There are different citation styles which we can use, but generally we use one citation style in management field, that is called APA, American Psychological Association. So these are three most popular citation style I am putting here. One is MLA, that is called Modern Language Association. Then APA, that is called American Psychological Association. And then we have CMS, that is Chicago Manual of Style. Chicago Manual of Style, it is generally used in business history or in fine arts. And when we talk about APA style, it is used in management as well as psychology, education, sociology, and economics. And MLA style, that is Modern Language Association style. It is the second most popular citation style, and it is usually used in humanities. So I would like to explain these two styles with the example. So first we will take AP referencing, American Psychological Association. American Psychological Association, in this in-text citation, this is the example that in these two examples, we have quoted the work of Darwin et al., Thomas, and then we have again quoted the work of Darwin et al. So this is in-text citation, like we have quoted the work. So I just read out the work which we are quoting here, that Darwin et al. And Thomas 2004, they have done some research on linguistic field. So when we are taking their research, so we can write like this, like a few researchers in the linguistics field have developed training programs designed to improve native speakers' ability to understand accented speech. We can quote their name in brackets, like you can see here, Darwin et al., comma 2002. At all, when we have more than two authors, then we use at all. When we have only one author, so you can see in example Thomas 2004. Suppose there were two authors like Darwin and Thomas, so we could use Darwin and Thomas. But Darwin has done with more authors, So we are using here Derving et al. So one in-text style is like we can give the name in bracket. Other style which you can see in the next paragraph, that is Derving et al. 2002 conducted their training with students, right? So this is another style of quoting in-text citation in the paper. This is as per APA referencing. Now, how to give references? So this is the APA referencing style which we are having here. So you can see here Derving et al. Was there. So Derving, comma TM, then comma Rochester, MJ, and Munro. So there were three authors. So we have used their surname first, then first name, initials of first name. Then we have we have quoted other authors. Then we have only one author, like Thomas. So the second reference is about Thomas. Thomas is surname, comma, initials of first name, HK 2004. And then we have given the title of the thesis from where we have taken the research. It was doctoral dissertation and it was published in University of Colorado. So we have mentioned that name also. And in the first Derving et al. Case, this was the research paper, Teaching Native Speakers to Listen to Foreign Extended Speech. And this research paper we have taken from Journal of Multilingual and Multicultural Development. So that we have mentioned here. Then we have mentioned the volume and issue number 23 and 4. And then we have mentioned page numbers here 245 to 259. So here you can see that we need to put name of the journal and volume of the journal in italics. So this is the APA style of referencing. Every time we need to keep these two things in italics in APA styling. Then coming to MLA citations. In MLA citations, last name comes first and then the first name followed the last name, right? And then title of the book or the publication will be in italics. And in in-text citation, where we will be mentioning their name within the paper, then we will give the last name, author's last name, and the page number in parenthesis, right? So this is the in-text format, and how to mention this in references. So this is the example, like Singhai, comma Manisha, then year, then title of the article in quotation mark, and then title of the book or journal where it was published. So it should be in italicized, and then publication name and publication year. In case of website article, if we are using MLA citation, then there will be last name, there will be first name, then title of the author in quotation mark, then website name, and then date and year of publication, and then URL. So this is the example of MLA citation. So I hope till this point it is clear to everybody. Somebody can respond. Yes, can I move forward? Okay. So now I am going to the main topic of today's presentation, today's discussion. It is how to increase citation. Count to maximize your impact. See, every time it has been said that whenever you are doing any research and you are publishing any research, you should be very conscious and cautious that your research should be useful and it should create certain impact. Now, the major question is that how to understand that the research which we are publishing, it is impactful or not. So for that, we need to see the citation count. Just a minute. Just a minute. So to understand that how to calculate it and how to increase it, we need to understand that when our research is being quoted by other researchers, then it means that it is impactful. And as per the number of quotation, we can understand that how many times by these many researchers our work was quoted in their research. So it means that our citation count is increasing, and it is giving an indication that our citation is increasing, our impact is increasing. So there are different ways through which you can ensure that your work is being cited by others. The first thing is that which you can do, that is you can go for self citation. Although you should not use it for many occasions for many papers, but of course self citation is the way to increase your number of citations. So you can cite your past work in your present research. Say for example, for years I am doing research work in personality. So whenever I will write a new research paper on personality, I can quote my previous research in my current research paper. So this is the one way to increase citation. Another ways to increase citation, it is that we need to carefully select a keyword which we are giving in our research paper, because people generally search keyword on different sites on Google or any other research gate or academia, and through that keyword they reach to our research paper. So if we want that our research paper should be in the reach of many researchers, so our keyword should be like this, that whenever they are writing keyword, they are lending to our research work. So this is the another way of increasing the citation. Then after selecting a proper keyword, just a minute. Yes. So after selecting a proper keyword, what you should keep in mind, that you should use your keywords and phrases repeatedly in your title and in your abstract, so that whenever they are repeatedly used in your paper, then they will be on the top of search engine list. Like every time we are talking about search engine optimization or maximization, it means that if your keyword is repeatedly used in your title or in the paper or abstract, so there will be probability whenever the people will put that keyword, then your paper will be in the top on the top of the search engine list. So when you are on the appearing on the top, there is a probability that your paper will be cited by other researchers in their research paper. The next thing which you can do to increase your citation, that you should maintain a consistency in your name. It means that the same format you should use to give your name. You should not change the format of your name. Say for example, in one paper I am using my name as Manisha Singhai, in another paper I am using Manisha, in another paper I am using Manisha R Singhai. So this will not give consistency and you will not come on the top of the search engine. So the name which you are using, it should be consistent. So whenever anybody will search your keyword, your name will appear, and again you will be quoted by other researchers. And one more thing which you should keep in mind, you should always create ORCID ID if your name is very common, because ORCID ID will give you a unique identification. So if you will publish your work with your ORCID ID, it will give guarantee that whenever your ORCID ID is appearing, it means that it is your research work. So I will tell you that how to create it in a later part of the presentation, but you should always create your ORCID ID to give you yourself or your name as unique identification. At the same time, whenever you are publishing your research paper, then your information should be correct. It means that your name should be correct and your affiliation should be correct, so that it is appearing in all databases accurately. Because you might be working somewhere or you might be researching as research scholar in some university. So your current information of your association or affiliation should be correct, so that whenever you are being searched with the right information. The next thing is that you should make sure that your manuscript is easily accessible. Generally, the papers which are published in open access journals, they are most cited research papers, right? Because nowadays, in the era of online publications, everybody is searching online. So rarely people are going to the physical library and searching in the print journal. They are referring the online resources. So they are searching in the online sources. So you should try to publish in these journals. But if in case your journal is not published in open access journal, you should try that you are sharing your post publications on different sources, and you can go to the publisher's copyright whether you can share these published manuscript with other resources or not, and accordingly you can share your publications on different websites or different online sources, so that people can easily search your research paper and they can mention your research paper in their research work. At the same time, whenever you are using online resources, you should try to share your data, like you can use slideshow, you can share your data on different websites, you can share your data to Wikipedia, so that your appearance is there on many online resources. One more thing which has been said to the academicians and researchers, that you should present your work in different conferences. Also, so that whenever you will you will present your work in the conferences. Of course, there will be attendees in the conferences. So there is a probability that they will cite your work in different conferences. One more thing which has been said to the research work will be many authors give citation that you. Another way you might be using forms to publish book or data, all these works, so that many people can refer this. And what you need to do, you need to be very active in promoting your work. Like many times, because we have time constraints or we are not careful about it, so what we do, we publish the research work in the journal, but what we do that after publishing in that journal we forget. But this is not the right way. You should publicize, or you should promote it on the social media. You can promote it on LinkedIn or another other profiles on which you are active, so that your work is promoted. You can send your email copies to different researchers or in different institutions also. You can write blogs also, so that it reaches to maximum audience or maximum researchers. So these are different ways through which you can increase your citations. Now when we go for citation index, we need to understand that in citation index we use three things generally. One is citation, one is H index, one is I-10 index. So before I move to this for 1 minute, I will stop share, and then I would like to see that whether it is reaching to you or not. So I hope till this point we are clear. No. I have just for 1 minute, I have stopped sharing it just to ask that it is reaching to the audience, just to ensure that. Right. So Neeraj sir or Deepshika madam, I think we can move forward. Okay, sir, just a minute. I am once again sharing it. Okay, so now it is again visible, sir. The slide is visible, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. So in citation profile, we have to see three things. One is citations, one is H index, and one is I-10 index. So what is that? First, we need to understand that. Citation is the number of times your work is cited by other researchers. So this is simple. This we can go through Google Scholar as well. So I will show you that also. So number of times your work is cited by other researchers is your citations. Then another part is I-10 index. I-10 index is an important matrix which is used to measure the impact of your research work. And I-10 index is telling you the number of publications of any author which have at least 10 citations. Say, for example, I have published 50 research papers, and my 5 research papers are cited by others for 10 times, at least 10 times. So my I10 index will be 5, right? So this is I10 index. And one more thing which we need to careful about, it is H index. So it is H index. H index is calculating both the things, productivity of your research and at the same time the impact of your research. And how to calculate H index? Index is generally calculated by the by counting the number of publications for which an author has been cited, and at least that same number of times it has been cited, number of publications, and the same number of times the work has been cited. Say, for example, 8 research papers of any authors has been cited minimum at least by 8 researchers, then your H index will be the 8. So one example I have also shared here, that is H index of 17. It means that at least 17 papers of any researcher have been cited at least 17 times. Then the cite H index of that researcher will be 17. If the 18th most cited paper has not been cited minimum 17 times, even then the H index of the researchers will be 17 only. I will show you this example also after some slides. Up now, when we need to think about increasing citation, then we need to create these accounts. Certainly, one is ORCID ID registration, another one is with one ID, then Google Scholar account, and then ResearchGate, and then Academia, right? So what I will do, I will show you that how these accounts are created. I have created my account on all these resources. So I may not complete the whole process because through my official ID, everything has been done, all the accounts have been created. But one by one, I will show you that how to initiate the process, because to create account on all these resources, all these online portals is very simple. Only just need to that you need to make effort and you need to initiate the process so that your research work and your name is registered on all these online sources. So for this, I will stop sharing and I will share another screen and I will show you that how to create these accounts, right? So I will stop this PPT and I will go on another. Just a minute. This screen is visible to you. I am on Google search. Yes. I hope it is visible to you. So first we are going on create ORCID ID. So I'm just going on create ORCID ID. Here you will find ORCID register. So this is registration and you can see here that it has 5 steps. I hope, sir, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. So it is register. Here you need to give your name, right? So I have given Dr. Manisha Singhai. Then I have family names optional. Then I'm going to for primary mail ID. So here I am giving my personal mail ID. Then I am going here, personal mail ID. Again, I need to write it. Just a minute. So what it is saying that this looks like a personal mail ID. So add an additional professional email as backup. So when I will write here my professional mail ID, so it may stop me. Let's see. Okay. So it is saying that this email is already associated with an existing ORCID record. Please use a different email address. So what I am doing, I am giving a different mail ID here. Just to show you, I initially told you that I may not complete this process because I have already registered on this particular portal. So I have given this additional. Next step I am going. So here what it is asking for password. So I am creating my own password here. You can create your own. Now I am confirming here. So it is, I'm going to next step, right? Here, what I need to do on the third step, I need to write the name of your or name of the organization. So here, because I have already created, so this will not create my organization now because it will say that it has already been created with this name and organization, or because I have given alternate mail ID of anybody else's name. So it will not take that this is not, you are not the part of this organization. But when if you are not having that ORCID ID, certainly you can create your ORCID ID with this process. So I am on the third step. Similarly, few more information will be asked in fourth and fifth step, and you will be able to create your ORCID ID. Another thing which you should create, it is you should make your Vidwan ID also, right? So Vidwan ID, for creating Vidwan ID, again I am going on another screen. Just a minute. I am closing this ORCID ID. I hope that you will be able to create it. I am again sharing. Okay, so I hope you are able to see new screen here, create with one ID. Okay, so assuming that you are able to see my screen, I am going to create this. So this is the registration process. Actually, Vidwan is the facility which is provided by InflibNet. And as academician and as researcher, all of us are very well aware about InflibNet. So this is very strong resource which you can use to increase your citation. So you will go for registration. And here, through this page, you can register yourself, right? So I will not register here because I have already created my Vidwan ID, but I will show you this here. Uh, sorry, you need to select your title, like your professor, doctor, or what. So I have selected doctor, then my first name, then my last name, then my date of birth I need to give here. I need to give here my gender, my email address, any email address because I have created, so this will not take my address. Then password I need to create. I need to retype the password. Then my organization, uh, designation, then month of joining, then year of joining, and then I need to go on register, right? At one place, this will ask as what you want to register. So you want to select as expert you want to register. So only thing which you need to keep in mind that you need to register as expert. And when you will create your Vidwan ID, after that you will be required to upload your research work here. So there is a format, and you can use that format, and you can download CSV file. And on that CSV file, you can fill the details of your research work, and then you can upload that CSV file. And if you will create your Vidwan ID, then this will increase the reach of your research to other researchers, and this will ensure that you are able to increase your citations. So this is Vidwan profile. Now again I am stop sharing and I am going to another screen to see that how to create Google Scholar account. Just a minute. So this screen, I hope you are able to see Google Scholar profile. So I'm going to Google Scholar. Okay. So now here, this window you will be seeing, and you need to click here, set up your Google Scholar profile. And this is the first page where you need to fill your information. And likewise, similar information will be asked here. And after creating, I am switching my account so that I can show you my Google Scholar profile. So this is my Google Scholar profile, which I have set, because after creating account, you need to upload your information about your research work. So here I have uploaded my research work. I hope it is visible. So here you can see the list of publications which I have uploaded. And this is my citation index. Citations 207, H index 8, and I-10 index 6. So this will give you a height for your citations, and it will increase your citations, H index and I-10 index, and it will calculate also that for how many times your research paper has been cited by others. So you can create your Google account as well. Then you can register yourself on the ResearchGate also. Just a minute. So now register on ResearchGate. Simple process is there. You just need to type here, register on ResearchGate, signing up for ResearchGate. And this is free. Join for free. And through this site, you can create your account on ResearchGate also. And you can search other researchers' work through ResearchGate also. So this will give you added advantage that your research work will be cited, and at the same time, your research will get increased citation. And another thing is that important service is that academia. So you can register yourself on Academia also. I will show you that also. create academia account, create account, sign up. So they will ask simple information, and after filling that information, you will be able to create your account, and you will be able to share your research work, and at the same time you will be able to access other researches also. So the basic purpose of this particular discussion was that there are different platforms which give you this facility, that where you can mention your research work so that it reaches to maximum audience or maximum researchers, and that ways you can increase your citation. There are other sources also, but maybe on any other platform or in any other session, I will share those platforms also. At this point of time, the forum is open for questions. Is there any question, or you would like to share something with the audience? Yes.
Participants, do you have any question? Any questions? Any questions from participant side?
You can try creating any account here if you wish. I can help you if you are registering for some account or ResearchGate or Academia or anything.
If anybody is having any question, you may please ask or mention or write down in the chat box. Ma'am, I think we do not have any question, but whenever the questions arises, they will definitely coordinate with the host person.
Okay. So my advice is that you try creating your account on all these platforms, and I believe that there will be not any issue in creating login, because all these are simple platforms to create login. So by giving information about you, you can create login, and if there is any problem, you can certainly send your doubts to the host or coordinator of this workshop, and I would love to answer those things.
So
Saurabh sir is saying that please share the recordings of previous sessions.
yes, Yograj sir will definitely share those recordings, or it is there in the YouTube. He will share the YouTube link.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Before going for the formal vote of thanks, thank you so much, Dr. Manisha Singhai ma'am, for such an insightful and engaging session. Your detailed explanation, enriched with practical examples, made complex concepts easy to understand. It was truly a valuable learning experience for all of us. On behalf of RFI, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the event organizer, our esteemed expert, and all the participants for their active involvement and contribution. Thank you so much. So we are now going to end up this session.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanka madam. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Thank you, ma'am.